Dun, 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 dun.
You know, on a first impression with that synopsis for this show, I thought it was like a reality competition program. And I can see that being kind of funny. Like, hey, have some real estate agents duking it out. Yeah, like, go all Lifetime on it, the drama. No, that's not what happened. It's actually a documentary picture. Actually, this is like a real life thing. Well, this could actually be kind of comical. We'll see. I mean, I don't know. But you're probably going to get in a window for this product in terms of how real estate works, right? That seems to be, it seems like a very grounded show. It is a documentary. This is also debuting on Discovery Plus, which is known for their, realistic shows, as I understand it. I actually have a friend that very recently told me she went on the platform. I haven't got a chance to look at it yet. I've been looking at a couple of their pictures, and I've liked what I've seen, but she told me she's getting really into it. So I'm like, okay, I got to give it a try. I've heard it from other people as well that Discovery Plus is a very enjoyable platform, which, that's basically the new version of broadcast TV. I mean, cable is still going, or cable and satellite, I guess, or, whatever mode they get the broadcast network shows on. But Discovery Plus has been bringing in a lot of those networks because, at this point, streaming is becoming such a dominant industry that cable is dying. Perhaps it should be because the price is so high. I end up paying for channels like, I don't watch America's Top 250. I just watch the one. And a lot of those channels, at least that I grew up watching on broadcast stuff, they're accessible through Discovery Plus. I do like that quite a bit. And again, from the programs I've seen, I've liked at least the small glimpse I've had into Discovery Plus. I've definitely wanted to broaden it out for some time. I got a whole bunch of projects on my list I want to look at. And this is one of them. So Selling the Hamptons. I grew up watching HGTV, as I said. I didn't grow up, watching a lot of the other programs that peers my age did. They were watching like Cartoon Network. I was watching, I had those kids shows. I grew up watching VeggieTales as well. That was, a kid's cartoon for me, of course. And coming from a Christian home, I'm sure it's understandable. Not to be disparaging anyway. VeggieTales was a good show, as a kid. But that was very much like what I used to watch earlier on, besides HGTV and Food Network. I grew up on both of those channels. So yeah, I had a bit of an unusual upbringing, but I enjoyed it. And some of these shows for me, honestly, are nostalgic in that way. Let's go ahead and take a look, though, at Selling the Hamptons. This is what it says according to IMDb. 6 real estate agents battle to make their mark in the elite East End real estate market. This could be very interesting. Again, as I said, it would make for an effective reality show pitch. But I don't know if maybe there would be a sensibility of that here, but this is a documentary, so at the very least, we're going to be learning about maybe how the real estate world works if we don't, if we're not involved in that business. And I love documentaries like that. They always teach you about things that you don't know, or they give you an insightful way to learn about things. And hopefully, if done effectively, the information you glean is pretty memorable. You enjoy that experience. We're going to go ahead and watch the main trailer first, and we'll talk about it more in my condensed review segment. Fun us watching the video together. Okay, without further ado, here we go. Let's give this a look. Okay. Beautiful presentation.
Are you ready for it?
The Hamptons is a magical place.
This is incredible.
Beautiful people, beautiful cars,
Yeah, beautiful homes. Look at
really
that.
good celebrity sightings. It's so chic.
Do I look expensive?
It's very expensive.
100 miles east of New York City, you'll find some of the most expensive homes in the country.
I've never been to New York,
This is sick.
The number one industry in the Hamptons is real estate. The market is hot.
Everything is selling for record numbers
Yeah, it's
out here.
beautiful.
We'll be at $29.5 million. We are the
You know, I
brokerage
do have an
that
industry in
innovates
home design,
different.
even though I'm not really involved
But
in
in
the
real estate,
architectural world
nothing
from
ever
an
goes
occupational
perfectly.
perspective.
FYI, there's a much higher offer.
But I love looking at home designs. I
Competition is fierce.
just
If
love
you
seeing
can't
this
sell
type of
this
stuff.
house, you will all be replaced.
The show's
People
right
do
up my
whatever they
alley.
have to do to get a deal done.
It's a $30 million commission on the line. This is like aggressive. Bianca, just stop.
Give me the heads up that you're going to my.
So it's a bit of a reality sensibility
And if
to
you
it.
don't know that, that's a problem.
Don't throw the blade at me.
They will eat you alive.
This could be quite fun. I like it. And I'll tell you, from what I've seen, that Discovery Plus, they have quite a fun delivery. And quite a roster of content. I mean, again, multiple different broadcast channels, multiple different genres. HGTV, though, is one of theirs. At least it's been encompassed into their platform. This show is right up my alley. I mean, I don't know if this is registered to HGTV, but it kind of fits that nature. It's about, real estate and home design and stuff like that. I have a, side passion of mine, even though, again, it takes money in terms of actually funding the procedure of doing it, but I do have a spirit about me that's very DIY, and it's very adventurous in that way. So as much as I'm not involved in the architectural world or, designing homes or something like that, I love looking at, the way different people's houses look, especially the nice ones. And, the exterior's pretty. That's mostly like landscaping, though, too, to be fair. I mean, it's got a nice exterior build as well. But the minute you walk into the house, this kitchen, I could just stare at this for hours. It's pretty. I'd love to just, in my mind, deconstruct it. And to understand, how did they build this? I'm sure it cost a hefty ton of money, but... And especially these days, I mean, it's so hard building things now. Like, obviously the supply chain shortages that are going on. You keep hearing about all those news headlines, right? So this would take time to build. At least this house, at least, has been there, I'm sure, for a couple years. Maybe it just went up. I have no idea. Maybe somebody got access to those funds. But it's pretty to consider, what you could do. Right? To look at some of the artistic expressions of others. And I consider architecture and art in that way, because you're building somebody's home. You're really building like the outer encasement of their lives, so to speak. But there really is a component of love to it, and devotion and passion in terms of home design. You want to make a home look nice. If you have the capabilities and the resources to do that, you're going to make it just so beautiful. This kitchen is just... I'm assuming that's like a marble countertop, too. And the walls are beautiful. The lighting structure. See, again, I love it here. I could sit there and just watch the kitchen for like an hour or so. Maybe after now I'd want to go to the other rooms. I mean, this house looks really interesting. I don't know, like the mermaid thing is kind of unusual, but okay. There is a bit of a reality component, it seems, or at least in style here. Do they have a TV in this backyard? Is this like an outdoor theater next to a swimming pool? That'd be hilarious. See, people can do really creative things with their homes. But as I said, on IMDb it's labeled as a documentary. But the rivalry that seems to exist between these other real estate people, it's kind of funny, and it has that nature to it that gives it that sentiment of like a reality type show. It's a multitude of layers. This is right up my alley, and I will definitely, as soon as I get on the Discovery Plus platform, I need to look at some of their shows. I tend to wait on some of the newer streaming services in order to justify it by the amount of content I go in. Okay, let me explain this in a different way. I prefer to cover trailers on here first, right? But the way I've been doing this with streaming is because streaming it amounts to a lot of money, right? Especially in total of how many networks are out there nowadays, especially as everybody's moving to streaming. So what I'll do is I'll build up like a roster of content, unless it's Disney Plus, in which case I have that subscribed for a year. You save a little money that way. I don't know how some of these other networks work, but with some of the other networks, I'm just doing like where I'm doing like a monthly installment payment. I'll watch a bunch of the projects, or at least I'll have a list of projects that I've covered in this channel, and that I know going in, this is a show that I want to see. I'll make that list, hop on the platform, and then that way I use that month or so to watch those shows. And then maybe the next month I'll jump onto a different platform that I've been gathering up shows I want to see, and I'll just kind of continue down that line. So then each time you do it, it's like there's a plethora, well, hopefully, there's a plethora of fresh content that you can watch. But you also save money that way. What are your guys' thoughts, though, with selling the Hamptons? As soon as I take a couple, or some more looks at other Discovery Plus programs, because I do want to hop on the platform, this will be a show that I check out at some point. But let me know your thoughts down below. I mean, you might not have any interest in this, but this is for me, and like, it's a bit nostalgic, and it does fit in the type of genres I like watching. Even just in pastimes, even if in some capacity it behaves like reality fodder. Let me know what your thoughts are down below. Don't forget all the good stuff, the like, subscribe, the sharing, and hit that bell. Until we get to watch more from Discovery Plus in the future, as I said, we'll be looking at this platform extensively. I will see you guys at whatever point that happens to be. But for now, thanks for watching this video. I love you guys. Don't love your fellow man. God bless. And peace.